How did you do?
Well, I didn't get last, but it was hard. I mean, it was hard for me.
I've never done a 5K. I'm training, though, for a 1K.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Which
no,
1K?
I'm kidding.
Oh, God. I
Just made
would
that
love
up.
that because I would have been there. Hey, do you know what the story is? I always wonder what the story is with this statue. This horse that was...
Yeah, that horse. I don't remember, although I do know that one night back in around 2010 or 11, I've got a picture of myself climbed up on top of it downtown.
I don't know why.
Beautiful statue of Battle Creek. I don't know. There is a story, but I can't remember it.
Yeah. So anyway, you want to know why?
So you must speedwalk regularly.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I won't.
You're really keeping up with me.
I forgot to tell you that, like, some people hate walking with me.
Because you're super fast?
I'm fast. It's not intentional. I think I get cold and then I just start going. I just want to get to the destination, I guess.
Well, I'm some people. I'm kidding. So how does it feel to be older than me all the time?
I thought you were just going to end at how does it feel to be old? Really? I feel like we talk about this every time we're together. Not that I'm older than you, but that we're just getting old. I think the last conversation, we spent about 20 minutes talking about having to put glasses on.
Yeah.
And wearing them more frequently.
I think that happens in your 40s. I talk about body function all the time with my friends. We don't talk about going to the club anymore. We talk about our bowel movements.
Well, let's talk about going out afterwards.
let's not talk about our bowel movements.
No, I was going to talk about seeing you at the concert last week and then trying to go out to the bar.
Yeah, you guys were super old people.
Oh my God.
We actually turned into super young people that night.
Did you really?
We went 180 on you.
Oh, we were wondering. We were like, what are they going to do?
So in case you don't know, we went to the Indigo Girls concert last weekend at State Theater and ran into my friends, Greg and Kara, and we tried to go to Harvey's with them, but they didn't serve hot milk, so Greg couldn't stay. And his feet were tired because it was after 8:30, and he really needed to kick them up, so they went and got a hot tea and went home.
I don't handle lines, though. If I have to wait for a drink for too long, I'm out.
Then Aaron said, hey, let's go upstairs to that club.
No,
so we went upstairs to the club and had a drink and watched like 20-somethings bump and grind for a minute. I think we had one cocktail there, and then we made way to the Green Top Tavern.
Oh my God.
And proceeded to stay out until 1 o'clock in the morning doing shots with college kids. And then Saturday woke up and did it all over again at the Drunken Spelling Bee, the Beamery. And then
yeah.
I think I'm just now coming down from my hangover 4 days later, because I don't be rolling like that anymore.
Did you end up going to get... Did you get my message? About bagels.
No. What about bagels?
Oh, where to get bagels?
You're going to have to slow down.
Sorry.
My shins are on fire already. Jesus. Right, Minnie. This is speedwalking, not running. Meanwhile, I'm not really speedwalking. I have a small inseam. And Kara's got probably a 40 inseam and a really awkwardly short torso, or the opposite. What were you saying about bagels?
Oh, no, I just had texted you about where to get breakfast.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, my phone died. My phone died at like 9:15. We were waiting for room service that never came.
Oh, really?
But it was just like the continental breakfast thing from the Henderson Castle, and I think maybe it could have not came because they were text communicating with me and my phone died, and I left my charger at home. But we just made it back, picked up Maggie, and did not do breakfast that morning at all.
Oh, okay. Well, next time.
Where did you suggest?
Factory Coffee. Downtown, because
Did you already say that?
No, I didn't say it. Downtown, they have homemade bagels. Their bagel sandwiches are really good. Really good. But, that's coming.
Never been there.
Yeah, well, you should go.
I need to. I wanted to go to Cosmos, but we did not get around fast enough.
Oh, do they have breakfast?
I think so. They used to. Maybe they don't.
I don't know. I haven't
been in a long time.
I don't do breakfast anymore. Got too many kids. It's too expensive. We went to get lunch yesterday for kids. And now that our kids are like getting older and don't want to eat off of just the kids menu or get like just sides for
it's $100 every time.
Just for lunch. Greg wasn't even there. I'm like, so breakfast we do at home.
Are your kids on spring break this week also?
Yeah. We don't really do anything.
I'm kind of enjoying. I'm partially working, but I'm enjoying the staycation. We've been going on spring break for a couple years in a row, and it feels so fast.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? What did you guys do? What have you been doing when you're not working?
Oh,
Maggie had a sleepover.
Yeah, Maggie had a sleepover. I don't know. We did a date night and a concert for night 1. Drunken spelling bee night 2. So Maggie stayed with Auntie and Grammy, and then Sunday we hung out and were as lazy as we possibly could be with a 7-year-old, which sort of like you feel guilty and everybody needs a break.
Yeah.
Whenever we want those breaks, she wants to like play tag and hide and go seek marathons, which are awesome for hangovers, which is why I don't have hangovers anymore, because I can't keep up. I can barely keep up walking with you. I can't keep up with a 7-year-old. It is a little chilly.
I know. You want my gloves?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna switch again though. Let's see how long. So it's about. I'm like an old person.
You're already looking.
8 minutes.
How long?
Nope. I've seen how long it takes to get around this, so I'm gonna guess that we're gonna be able to do 2 laps. But maybe we'll also walk through the middle.
Hey, so is the museum still? Is it still a museum and you can go? Like, what's the status of it?
So the King Museum is no longer inside there, and I don't understand the status of the King Museum. But so I think, I don't know, I'm going to get this wrong, and I don't want to make the Kingman Museum people mad. I think they had an exhibit or have an exhibit at the Milton downtown. I'm not sure if anybody is staff on Kingman Museum anymore, or if they just have a very part-time staff. I feel like there's some transitions happening right now, but then I noticed an event that they're a partner in recently, but I don't have enough information to answer any more questions.
Okay, wait. So can you answer this though? What is in that building right now?
I can't, but I don't think it's their stuff. It's a peculiar piece of property because
it's such a beautiful building.
I think there's something to do with it was donated to the city, and so the city owns it, and I don't know if they're allowed to sell it or let a nonprofit own it, but it consistently needs repairs that its tenants aren't willing to do, because that's not what a tenant should normally do, and nor is the owner, because it's a municipality with a shrinking budget due to remote work and other things. So that's probably low on their priority list, but it's a cool building.
It's a really cool. I'd love to go inside and check it out.
I would love for there to be a little bistro in there.
Yeah. And that would be really
sit on that front porch and overlook this beautiful place.
Yeah, I feel like I brought the kids. We came here probably a couple summers ago because my mom was still living in Battle Creek, and there was chalk and everything outside. We brought our scooters and rode around and stuff, and but there was chalk outside the front steps, and our kids were busy drawing and things like that. But yeah, but I've always wondered inside what's happening.
I wonder. I'm sure something else will come of it someday. But I think all of the fetuses that were in there, is it feti?
Yes.
Feti?
Yeah.
Fetuses?
Yep.
And the polar bear, I think all those things are gone in an exhibit in the Milton / in storage at the Regional History Museum.
Where's that at?
Jackson Street, down by the old Hungry Hippo Catering. You remember that?
Yeah. Wait.
Hungry Hippo.
Yeah.
You can't see Kara in the screen, folks, because she's always a step ahead of me.
Yeah, sorry.
In such a hurry.
Do you want me to walk a little
No.
more? You know what else I never grew up knowing about is the, oh my gosh, what's the like settlement of the...
Oh, the Seventh-day Adventists?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't really grow up knowing about that either.
Yeah.
Aaron teaches that in elementary school.
Huh.
They never taught us that at Lakeview.
They didn't teach it at St. Philip.
They only taught Lakeview history.
But I guess they wouldn't at St. Philip.
Right? Yeah. There's no other religions besides Catholicism. Put your hand out. Did your eye just twitch when I talk about, do you have trauma from your growing up?
Oh my God, you want to go on this right now?
Everybody has trauma from growing up.
Yeah, you know.
And I laugh about mine because it's the best medicine.
Yeah, and you know, not to get all, but you know, when you grow up doing Catholic school, Catholic high school, Catholic college, I mean, there's something in there that I really enjoy, and everybody to each their own, right? My mom says, because I'm not practicing Catholic, I think she worries that something's going to happen to me, but I'm probably the most spiritual person she knows.
Uh-huh.
I love that building. I really want to go inside.
I saw your mom, is Patty your mom's sister?
Yeah.
Okay, I saw your mom and Patty in a picture on Facebook.
How do you know Patty?
It said Patty Majors on the picture, and she looked just like your mom, and I was like, well, I know, and they have the same, the same maiden name, so it's like, hey, I betcha. But thought they could look alike.
Yeah.
Ooh, these shins are burning.
So then what? And then what is this up here? This is also.
So coming up here. We're coming toward the Urbandale Community Vegetable Garden and Lila Arboretum's 365 gardening program and the Lila Arboretum Society's main offices and the Kaleidoscope Garden, which is kind of a cool venue for weddings and other activities, and also just a cool little curious place. Definitely more beautiful in the summertime than right now when everything's coming back.
Yeah.
I think I've decided that I like spring better than fall. Fall was my favorite season for a long time, and I think I'm starting to love the season of rebirth.
Yeah.
Way better than the season of approaching winter.
You know, that's funny. I was just saying that the other day. I think being gone for so long, I kind of just like I don't like extremes. Like I hate super hot weather, and I don't really like really cold weather, but since moving back, I have a new appreciation for all of it. And spring. I was just saying, like, spring is taken on a completely different meaning.
I love that we have the seasons here, and I've been learning to really love and embrace the winter rather than be mad about it.
Yeah.
It's like, God, am I going to be mad about this every single year for the rest of my life? Like, I've already moved away from here to warmer climates and came home. So I have no excuse about not liking the cold weather because I did it to myself. And I think it was last winter that I really had just like, we had 2 or 3 snow days in a row, and Maggie and I just sled like 3 to 6 hours a day for like 2 or 3 days in a row. And instead of just being a dad that was like sledding with his kid, I was like, I'm going to be a kid that's sledding with my kid.
Nice.
And I just had fun, and we built some trails, and I think the first day she gave up before I did. I was still ready, but she proved that I couldn't last after a while. I think let's do the interior walk of the Arboretum this time.
Yeah, I love that.
Because it's a pretty view, too, and anybody who maybe hasn't seen the Arboretum in a long time can get a good look of the Arboretum in the early spring on a beautiful day. So what's Greg doing today?
Oh my gosh. So I was late because, I was a little late because...
you were 4 minutes late. How dare you?
I feel like I was a lot later than that. Well, so it's cold out, right? Like there was frost, so we got a new car yesterday.
Is that what you drove here?
Yeah, and mind you, it's not a new car. It's a new car to us.
New to you.
It's a 2014 Camry hybrid, which is nice. We got it. I mean, we got it from a very, very close friend who sold it to us because we no longer needed it. So it was great because we have a 16-year-old, almost 16-year-old, right? And we only have one car. I mean, you know, we only have had that minivan.
For since Portland.
Yeah.
You never had two cars
in
Portland.
We've only had one car. Yeah. And then Greg would commute by bike. Well, since moving here, and now that COVID is, you know, people are back to work, he is, like when it snows, he can't really ride his bike. But go this way. Yep. Okay. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
So sometimes he needs to take the car, and then there's like a conflict. So anyway, I picked up this car yesterday. And this morning when I got your message, I was like, oh, I'm going to be late. Will you go warm the car up? Because we had to leave it outside. You know, we only have a small carport. And came out, and the car was gone. He was out, taking it for a test ride. He hadn't had it yet. He hadn't driven it. And it's just hilarious because you think we had some, brand new fancy car. And he's just so psyched that we have something other than the minivan that's not totally been destroyed by a family of six.
Doesn't have
that he
goldfish cracker colored carpet.
So anyway, he's working from home today and watching the kids for a little bit.
Is he back at the office most of the time now?
Yeah, most of the time they are.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's good for the economy. I feel like what sucks is that I love the remote work because it's freeing, but I also feel like it keeps so many people with disposable income that help keep restaurants and other businesses alive at home, saving money instead of wasting it away on supporting small businesses, which isn't a waste. But I mean, I've saved money from not going out during COVID as well for lunch or coffee or whatever as much as I used to, and I feel kind of guilty about that a little bit. But yeah, I'm glad that some companies are going back to work.
And, you know, I know you've met him at, Valentina's and stuff for lunch. I mean, that's true. That's where, it's a small business in Comstock. And they, you need to switch?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. And, you know, that's, they get a lot of people from Bell's and Landscape Farms and from all over that area come and eat. And it's just this tiny restaurant. I never really thought about it.
It's a great restaurant in Comstock.
Yeah, it is.
Valentina's. I got married right there.
I know. The wedding I didn't go to.
I know. You were getting me back for not going to yours.
Oh, wait, but you didn't go to mine.
I was in Europe, though, and you were just, here, just having a bologna sandwich somewhere.
Yeah.
You guys were in California.
Yeah. That was my dad's. Yeah, that was July 11th, right?
Yes. Is that your dad's birthday?
Yep. Oh. Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's a good day. For multiple reasons. So is that your sled library?
Yeah, it looks like we've got one sled left in it for the year. Yeah, that's one of them, and there's one at the top of the hill. And actually I have a pile of sleds that I have not stocked. Mostly I think I'm just because I'm waiting for next year now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I got some donations, and then it all melted, and so some of them have sat there, but I'm kind of glad that they're all gone. That means that either a bunch of kids had fun and broke some sleds, or some kids took some sleds home and now they have a sled.
Yeah.
And they can use it whenever they want. So either way, win-win. Sled libraries at Lila Arboretum. Fun idea. Easy to put together. Generates lots of likes on social media.
I think it's a good one. Yeah. Sure.
Go ahead.
So any other libraries you envision? I guess, Brad, do you talk about that stuff, or do you keep it to yourself?
No. Actually, I reached out to City of Battle Creek about a Piper Park sled library, and we've been waiting for about 3 years for a response from risk management on that one.
Oh, really?
And but that's okay. I understand. They have much greater liability concerns than an amateur event coordinator does, and much bigger target on their back. I also want to do a beach library with beach toys at Willard Beach.
Oh, that's a good idea.
For kids and adults. This isn't just for kids, folks. Play is for adults. We need to do more of that. What's going on our sledding hill? I think that's just the remnants of...
I've never seen this statue.
Yeah, that's a cool one also. It reminds me of the Pink Floyd album cover.
Yeah, that's what
I don't know anything about it.
I know. Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Fascinated.
I'm not. I'm never good at remember. Like I know art that I like, but I don't store away who did it or like what time period or what kind. I mean, I could probably recognize a Van Gogh or a Monet or some pointillism or something, but God, look at all those big words. I'm so smart. So speaking of Greg, since he's not here, whenever he's not around, we like to make fun of him.
Yeah.
Greg, good friend of mine growing up. We basically became friends in high school. I think we met junior high, and then we were dorm mates our first year at Central Michigan. But so you're telling me he's still sort of running around, living on Greg's schedule, just flitting about the world?
You know him. He's just so go with the flow.
Right.
He's just, you really need to have him, not me, walking with you.
I know. I'm waiting for him to respond to my text from 2 months ago.
He was telling the story to Oscar the other day about you guys.
You can tell all the stories.
Stuck in what happened? Something about
our dorm.
Your dorm. You stuck in your roommate Matt.
Yeah, we lost our keys.
Matt?
Yeah, Matt. We no Matt that anybody knows. We went in blind in a dorm with Greg and I had a suite with 2 other dudes that we didn't know, and they turned out to be way bigger nerds than we were, which says a lot. And one night we went out to some keg parties, and we left our keys in the room, so we couldn't get into the dorm. But we always left our window unlocked. So in the middle room, like the shared living room, I think Greg was pushing me in, or I can't imagine a scenario where I was pushing Greg in, but because then how was I going to get in? Like I could just see my little legs like just kind of wiggling out the window, and maybe that's what it was like. But we get in there, and our roommate Matt must have gotten woken up by us, and he just comes and sort of like he's just shaking, like, oh my God, there's a robber. And Greg and I were inebriated and could barely not piss our pants at that moment. And the other day I sent him a TikTok of a guy doing that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so that must be why. What inspired the story.
Oh, it was. That is what it was, because he showed that to me.
I said, hey, who's this guy? And he was like, that's Matt Thomas. Sorry, Matt. I don't know where you are these days, but you probably are following my TikToks because I'm international now.
That TikTok was really funny.
Not mine. Another one.
Not
She would never say that about my TikToks. No reason to encourage this behavior. We have some funny memories. I was trying to think of just a lot of...
I heard you shared the peach story.
I did.
You have a lot. I think we should open the can of worms.
There's so many good stories.
That's why you two need to walk.
Yeah, we do. Well, we have some pretty good stories too. When I think about my friendship with you, I think of like big belly laughs and just lots of laughter at ourselves or at me or at Greg.
Yeah, at me.
And in fact, while I'm friends with Greg, I'm really only friends with Greg lately through Kara. we get together and then she shares what we talked about with Greg, and then it's as if he was hanging out with me without actually having to endure that.
But secretly, he's
I know.
Really jealous.
I know. And he needs to tell me that,
Yeah,
and then we'll hang out more.
I know.
But if you can't admit it, Greg.
Exactly. If you can't respond to a text, it's your own fault.
We're going to hit this sidewalk now and go, and we're just going to take a little mini loop.
Yeah. Cool.
Now that I'm all warmed up.
I know, actually, for as cold as it is, I feel way overdressed.
So I think we got a lot of big highlights, but summer of '95, we went to the third Lollapalooza together with a bunch of friends.
That was so fun.
That's a huge memory.
And then whose car broke down on the way?
Is that Dan?
Or was it Jason Cumbers?
Oh, was it? I don't remember.
No, it was Dan. God,
I know nobody would. I don't ever drive.
I don't remember. We had two cars. That was fun. You've seen Oscar wear that T-shirt. I still have.
Sonic Youth?
Yeah. Sonic Youth, and I actually have the Lollapalooza one.
Oh, nice.
From that concert.
I think I had... No, Smashing Pumpkins didn't play that one. Greg and I went to Smashing Pumpkins the year before at Breslin Center. I'm going to switch sides again.
Oh, I didn't know you guys...
Yeah, that was...
You went to the Lollapalooza number 2?
No.
Oh, you just went to Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah, we went to Smashing Pumpkins before.
Okay.
The year before, I think. We all studied abroad together, but not in the same country.
Did you ever see Greg?
I never.
You and I never saw each other. I never saw.
No, you guys were close. You guys were in Paris, but I was in Angers. I couldn't get there.
Oh. Yeah.
And you studied in Rome?
Yep, lived in Rome for a year. Yeah, my sister. They're today. Oh, they're in Italy today. They arrived. Yep, I'm a little bit envious.
Which sister?
Megan. They went for spring break. They have spring break.
They went to Italy for spring break?
Yeah, well,
I think bums.
I think Michael's parents have never been to Europe.
Oh, so they went too?
So they went too. So they went and...
Nice.
Yeah, so...
Hi, Michael. Hi, Megan.
Yeah. I hope they're going to have an amazing time.
Actually, I got to make an interlude real quick. I don't know what that word means, but it sounded right. Michael. The reason that I'm doing this speedwalking and tracksuits with Jeremy is that there's this movie I saw after reading the book, I have to add, A Man Called Otto. And A Man Called Otto is a movie with Tom Hanks. But there's this character in that movie, his neighbor, who wears a Fila tracksuit with ankle bands and little 1-pound weights and walks around all the time. That's all he does. And he looks just like you, Michael.
Really?
Like, not today, like a little bit chubbier Michael. Like, back in the early 2000s when he was fluffier. Love you. And Matt Angelo told me the same thing. He's like, that guy looks just like Kulik. So if you haven't seen it, A Man Called Otto, it's also a great movie. But that character inspired Speedwalking and Tracksuits with Jeremy. Additionally, Kevin Nealon's Hiking with Kevin. He hikes in the LA hills with people, and he uses the same kind of equipment and does exactly this. Now he's advanced to drones, but
oh my gosh.
And he's just improv, talking with celebrities. So I decided I would talk with local celebrities too, and you.
I was waiting for that. I just was waiting.
Kara, before we go, why don't you tell the audience a little bit about what you're doing with your life right now? Because I think it's cool.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for that. So I am a sound therapist. So I use sound to help people relax and help with anxiety and stress. And it is a relaxation modality that I can do. I actually was trained one-on-one to do one-on-one sessions, which you've experienced one-on-one. And then I do like group offerings in Kalamazoo and Middleville. I've done some in Battle Creek. I'm actually looking at other areas in Battle Creek to do it in, and I've talked to some people like in the Marshall area too.
If anybody wants a sound therapist for like their corporate team building or a group or their church, where do they find you?
At Kara, Kara Markovich, MarKovich.com. Just my name.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. So if those of you who've never done sound therapy, I'm going to ask a silly question.
Yeah.
Is it like do you beatbox around them, or do you play Run DMC, or is it more De La Soul, or is it like Carly Simon? Or
Yeah, because you can totally see me doing that.
You just play the guitar and play Wonderwall?
No. Oh my God, that was,
I think Greg should do sound therapy where you lay down and he just plays songs from the 90s to you.
Yes, we should. That would be hilarious.
You'd get butterflies in your stomach. This is the man I fell in love with. Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out. Okay, now answer my question.
So, Jeremy.
We're still speed walking.
Oh, do you want to keep walking?
No, we're almost done.
So it's using, like on the one-on-one sessions, I use tuning forks to relax like points on the body, and then I put Tibetan singing bowls around the body and on the body, and it takes you into like a deep state of relaxation. It's really
relaxing, folks.
It's really incredible, and it helps on like a physical, emotional, energetic, and even spiritual level. And then the group sessions are really cool because I bring in sounds that are a lot bigger, like crystal bowls, more Tibetan bowls.
You have a gong?
I have a gong. That's really. So I do like
I need a gong. I need to borrow a gong.
For real?
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
It's not borrowable. Well, you can't like really bang it.
Well, you know, like.
Can you throw like?
Like
a big long suction cup 12-inch vibrator at it?
Not on mine, you can't.
Because we're doing vibrator races and we need a gong to hit. We can't. Yeah, we'll put bad energy into that gong.
Yeah, you would. Does not, no.
That's the answer.
But I can give you some information on how to rent one, though.
Okay. I need to find a gong, and like mostly they're about $100. I'm like, I'm more of a $30 gong kind of guy.
Oh, yeah. And these gongs are like way more than that.
Yeah. Well, hey, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Would you come back on episode 2 or say season 2?
Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Thanks, Kara, and thanks, Fan. Have a good one.
Bye.